The following feature presentation is part of the AllForSciFi podcast network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many outweigh
The needs of the few.
for the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Live long and prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch! Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Take it away.
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that!
I see dead people.
So what? You said that.
Why so serious?
I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute!
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the AllForSciFi podcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and seated right behind me is Captain Rickster.
Hello, everybody.
Excited today. We have a lot to go over and a lot to cover. Today, we're going to be talking about Aladdin. I don't know if anybody out there has seen Aladdin yet, the new remake. We're going to have a big discussion about that with Captain Rickster. And we got a lot of sci-fi news to go over with all of you guys today. Today is Saturday, May 25th, and this is being recorded in Woodland Hills, California. And here's what you could expect on today's show.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich. Rich enough to impress a princess.
What would I have to do?
There's a cave of wonders. Bring me the lamp.
Great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3.
I'm kidding. Watch this.
Watch out! You done wound me up. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Hey, can you make me a prince?
There is a lot of gray area in Make Me a Prince. I could just make you a prince.
Oh, no.
Y'all see my palace?
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside. Showtime.
No, I'm in charge, okay? I say when it's time. Really? I thought a princess could go anywhere.
Not this princess.
Do you trust me?
Don't you dare close your eyes. Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. Let me share this whole new world with you.
There we go, yes. That is Disney's remake of Aladdin. And welcome back to the All4Sci-Fi podcast. And we got a lot to cover today. We're going to have a big discussion about the movie Aladdin. So at that point, if you guys don't like spoilers, be sure to watch because we got a lot of stuff we want to cover. In this new segment, we're going to cover, we call it Sci-Fi News. We're going to discuss all the latest news that's happening in the world of sci-fi on movies, television, and more. Thanking everybody on Facebook who's joined us as well. Let's go ahead and start talking. Captain Rickster, let's talk about what's going on in sci-fi news. It just came out, I think it was a day or two ago, that Avengers Endgame has now passed Avatar.
Yes, it has.
And in North America, though.
Yes, that's right.
So, and is it the number one movie?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh, not yet.
There's a trick question.
Uh-huh.
It passed Avatar, but it's not the number one movie. It's the number two movie in North America.
Cool.
Can you guess what is the number one movie?
Not really.
Does anybody out there on Facebook know what the number one movie in America is domestically?
Oh, I remember now.
Okay, go ahead.
Titanic.
No.
Ooh.
No, it's the number two movie now in North America. What used to be Avatar, it's now Avengers Endgame. But the number one movie in America domestically is dun 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 dun. Nobody guessed on Facebook, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys. And it's Star Wars: The Force Awakens is the number one movie. So there you go. It's the number one movie in America at $936 million. Avatar was second. Avengers Endgame just passed it, and Avengers Endgame is up to $780 million.
Wow.
So it still has a little ways to go before it actually becomes number one in North America. A lot of people think that it might worldwide become number one before it beats The Force Awakens, which, of course, Star Wars is a big thing here in America. I think it's a big thing worldwide. It's definitely a big thing here in America.
That's definitely true.
Also, last week we had the Game of Thrones finale. I have to tell you, I think that they came back. I'm still pretty pissed off, to be honest with you, about what happened in that one episode with the Dragon Queen. She broke my heart. Oh, she broke my heart. But I think, the show has redeemed itself. I think it was a good ending. What do you guys think? You guys think it was a good ending? Game of Thrones ended its season and ended its run. It's no longer going to be on the air, and we're sorry to see it go. Also, Captain Rickster.
Yes?
This week, Bob Iger, the head of Disney,
yes,
announced, and he pretty much confirmed that the next Star Wars trilogy, or at least the next Star Wars film in 2022,
right,
is going to be directed by the Game of Thrones.
Oh, cool.
Producer. So a lot of rumors are going out there about it being maybe they're going to do the Knights of the Old Republic, and I think so too. I think that would be the way to go because Knights of the Old Republic is kind of Game of Thrones-ish.
That's true. It is.
Congratulations to the Game of Thrones producers, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Look forward to seeing what you come up with in the Star Wars world. Bob Iger, by the way, made that announcement at the Moffat Nathason Media and Communications Summit. So that's a hard word to pronounce. But.
Yes, it is.
And right now we're discussing, for everybody that's just coming on board, we're talking about all the latest sci-fi news out there. Also, just a few days ago, I don't know if you're aware of it, but did you see all those beautiful, gorgeous pictures that were released from the Rise of Skywalker? Did you see those?
Yes, I did.
You did?
I thought they were awesome.
Yeah, the Vanity Fair just did another Anne Leibovitz. She's a great photographer, and they had her on board again like they did with The Force Awakens. In that, we got to see some new Star Wars characters, including the lovely Kerry Russell.
Oh, yes.
Who is going to be playing Zori Bliss.
Oh, cool.
The character Zori Bliss. And Zori Bliss is a bounty hunter, and wow. she looks good in that costume.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me a lot of the Rocketeer, the way the outfit was designed. Not the outfit necessarily, but the helmet kind of reminded me of the Rocketeer. But it's great to see all the latest. And if you guys want to see the pictures that they released, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, from the Rise of Skywalker, the Vanity Fair issue. Go to Vanity Fair or go on Google and Google it if you want to see it. Also, fans have started a petition. Do you know what that petition is for?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, they started a petition, and it's for Lucasfilm to make the Solo 2 movie happen.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, a lot of the Star Wars fans really did love the Solo movie. I think, hey, keep the petition going. I personally don't think it's going to sway them yet, but if you guys keep that petition going, who knows? If you get enough signatures, maybe they will do Solo 2, even if it's not in the near future. Maybe they will do it.
Definitely be good if they people will keep it up.
Yeah, I think it would be good. I really like Solo. It was one of my favorites. It's in my top 5. Harrison Ford was recently on a Today Show. There's a lot of talk going on because he's getting ready to do the new Indiana Jones movie with Spielberg.
Oh, yes.
And there's a lot of talk about who could play Harrison Ford, who could play Indiana Jones. When would Harrison Ford, pass the mantle or whatever.
Yeah.
And in true Harrison Ford fashion, he says, "Nobody is going to be Indiana Jones. Don't you get it? I'm Indiana Jones."
That's definitely true.
And I agree, he is Indiana Jones. And he says, when I'm gone, it's gone.
That's true.
It's easy. So this week, we got our first look at the new Patrick Stewart Star Trek.
"15 years ago, today, you led us out of the darkness. You commanded the greatest rescue armada in history. Then, the unimaginable. What did that cost you? Your faith? Your faith in us? Your faith in yourself. Tell us, why did you leave Starfleet, Admiral?
And the footage looked really good. Patrick Stewart looked great. He's back as Jean-Luc Picard. I guess it takes place like in the future, like after he left the Academy, or he left Starfleet, sorry. They're asking him to come back. It looks really good, and that's going to be on the CBS streaming app. And speaking of that, Star Trek Discovery finished its second season, and I was very, very happy with the second season. I do love Star Trek as well, although, of course, we're Star Wars fans. We're also Star Trek fans, some of us, and Marvel fans, and DC fans, right?
Yeah, definitely true.
And anyway, so, Star Trek Discovery, their second season, I thought they really hit it out the ballpark. I thought it was much better than the first season. I'm starting to get used to the Klingons, their new look. I still don't like it that much, but I'm starting to get used to it. What do you think about the new Klingon look?
Yeah, I think they look a lot better than they did before. I mean, they first came out in the original Star Trek series.
Well, they didn't have all that makeup before.
That's definitely true. So everything has changed a lot since then.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And everybody involved.
That's true. Yeah, we all do.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things 3 is going to have its new season coming up on Netflix on July 4th. I don't know if have you seen any of the Stranger Things episodes?
No, not yet.
No.
But I will catch up on them, though.
Yeah, I think it's a good show. I really, to be honest with you, and I really haven't gotten into it, so I've seen part of one of the seasons, so I need to get up on it like you as well. But their new tagline, I guess it takes place in the summer, so their new tagline is, "One summer can change things."
Yeah, that's true.
I guess it could, growing up, right? Jessica Jones 3, the third season. I know you're excited to see that.
Oh, of course, it's a Marvel character.
So that's coming up as soon as well. Speaking of that, I'm not too happy with Netflix these days. I don't like the way they handled this whole Marvel thing. I don't know if I could blame them as well, because...
No, I think a lot of part of it's also called Walt Disney, too. Because they're going to actually open up theirs at the end of the year. with her own streamline.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was the next thing we were going to talk about. So your mind is thinking on the, not that it doesn't think.
Gee, thanks.
But it's on the same wavelength. We're actually almost finishing each other's sentences here pretty soon. But yeah, I don't like the way that they did that, but it's not their fault, Netflix. It's okay. It's not your fault because Disney is probably going to, they haven't announced it, but they're probably, hopefully they'll bring all of them back on the Disney Plus streaming service, which starts in November, the Disney Plus service, which we should talk a little bit about. I'm really excited.
Yes, I am really excited, too, to see that one also.
Yeah, I want to see The Mandalorian, that's the big thing that everybody's waiting to see. And a lot of people think that there's rumors that there might be an Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Hoping that happens, but those are rumors. There's also rumors there might be an Ewok series. Who knows? Maybe Caravan of Courage is going to make a comeback. No, that wouldn't make a comeback, but the Ewoks for sure.
Yeah,
so,
definitely for sure.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and take a quick short break and let you listen to a clip with Will Smith about playing the part of Aladdin and what he had to overcome and stuff, because he's trying to fill those shoes, those big, huge shoes that Robin Williams filled. And that's almost an impossible task. So we're going to play a little behind-the-scenes exclusive clip we have here with Will Smith discussing that and a little behind-the-scenes of Aladdin. Then when we come back, we're going to talk about Aladdin. So that's the part where there's going to be a lot of spoilers. But go ahead and listen to Will Smith talking about that. Here we go.
This role of the genie is an iconic Disney character made great by the late and great Robin Williams. Did you feel this pressure to create homage for him, and how did you feel that you could put your own spin on it?
Look at that, see that's hot, that's how you go. You see that on the phone? See, that's the little special touches, touches.
Yeah, I was terrified with that, It's like when you get that call, hey, we're going to redo Aladdin, Will. We want you to be a part of it. It's like, hey, Will, we're thinking of redoing The Godfather. We're thinking of you for the Al Pacino role. Like, dude, you don't want to go anywhere near those kinds of roles. Robin didn't leave much room for improvement in the genie.
Al, if you want a winner, just be yourself.
Thanks, Genie. Will, I want to point one thing
Yes.
out. Robin, in animation, went into the studio, he would do one take, another take, another take, another take, and they cut them together. You had to go and do it right in real time.
Okay,
Think about that. You filled those
know.
shoes and then some.
I got the Genie Pumas. The Genie Pumas, rocking the Genie Pumas.
Stand by. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Guest is an actor, rapper, and one of the most beloved stars in the world. Please welcome the one, the only, Will Smith. And on the set, it's a pretty huge crew on set.
Yeah.
I heard that you would start like little dance parties.
Oh, yeah.
Break. The ideas behind the film are ideas that I want to share with the world. Ideas around being yourself and being confident and being strong enough and honoring what you are versus feeling like you have to change yourself for other people's wishes.
How are you? How is everyone? What's the deal? Hi.
I do music and I want to be an actor. You inspire me. Like my life with cancer, it's very serious, but it's not the worst that's happened to me. Like when I was 2, I had open heart surgery.
But he's remained happy.
But and everybody's always like, how do you smile? How do you do this? And it's like a brick for each day. I think I seen that video and I took that up. You was like, each day has a brick, and then you built that wall.
Yeah. If you think about building a wall, if you think about conquering this big giant thing, it can make you not do nothing. It's too big. You want a wall, let it go. And you start now, what's the one brick? What's the one perfect thing you can do today? Eventually it will add up to a wall. if you want to achieve something, you can't just stare up the steps. You have to step up the stairs.
And we're coming back from watching Will Smith talk about but definitely doing the genie character in Aladdin and what Robin Williams did with the role, and it was marvelous. And let's go ahead and Captain Rickster, let's talk about Aladdin.
Cool.
Let's talk about that movie that opened yesterday.
It was really good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It had its funny parts. It also had a lot of good singing that was in there too.
Right.
Which wasn't really into the actual cartoon, but the actual live version of this one is actually really good.
Yeah, it is. And I think that this one is more like the musical version of Aladdin.
Right.
So,
I do too.
yeah, so I thought it was a good movie. I thought the acting was spot on. I was very happy that Will Smith did not try too hard to get into the way Robin Williams was doing the role.
Right.
And I think that's very important because he needed to create his own character completely. Obviously, these aren't spoilers as well. Earlier I said tune us out because we're going to talk about spoilers, but technically Aladdin can't be a spoiler because the cartoon was out and everybody knows what the story's about. So
that's definitely true.
Yeah. I think that Naomi Scott did a great job as Jasmine.
Yes, she did.
She really, it was just really neat to see those characters, as live action, coming from such an iconic cartoon as Aladdin was. And
oh yes, most definitely.
And that was filled, that original movie, Aladdin, original movie was filled with a lot of laughter, of course, because of Robin Williams. This one was more heavy on the music, and it still had a lot of laughter in it.
That's definitely true.
I found myself laughing out loud at some of the bits, and you'll see that when you go see the movie. I definitely recommend Aladdin. I think it's definitely a movie everybody should go see. The special effects in the movie are marvelous and great.
You best bet if you really want to see it, if you can actually afford it, is go see it in IMAX.
Yes, we saw it in IMAX, and it was great. The story itself follows along the cartoon for the most part, except for it had that twist where it started out in the opening of Aladdin, where Will Smith was on this boat with 2 children, and you didn't really see his wife at that time. You wonder what they were talking about, and then he set them down, and he was going to tell them a story. And that's how it was. He basically was telling the whole story of Aladdin to his children. The end of the movie, so in the cartoon part, we didn't really see what happened to the genie afterwards.
That's true.
In this movie, it's cool because we get to see what happened to the genie and how he went and got his own life with the handmaiden of Princess Jasmine, and they started a family. And that was a cool element. I like that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I thought that was really, interesting.
It was. Yeah. The music was spot on. The singing was good. The acting was good. I really can't say too many negative things about the movie. I was surprised that this was directed by Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, me too.
For those of you who don't know, Guy Ritchie was Madonna's ex-husband.
That's right.
And he directed her in some really awful movies. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think he redeemed himself.
Yeah,
good job.
I thought I say he redeemed himself on this one.
So, Guy Ritchie, you did a good job. I was very impressed. We're talking about Will Smith, how we liked how he approached the character of Aladdin this time, and he didn't really try to go in it and try to be Robin Williams, which was smart.
Yeah, really smart.
Yeah. So, and but the story itself, a tale that's as old as time. I loved all the numbers. I love the you ain't got a friend like me. That number.
Yeah, that was.
spot on. The effects was great in it. I found myself looking all over the screen to just try to catch everything and see everything. It was really good. So.
Yes, it was very, very good. Just can't wait to see when it comes back on DVD so I can watch it again.
Okay, so here at AllForSciFi, we have a rating scale of 0 to 5 stars. And Aladdin, I'm going to give you 4 stars. I'm not going to give you 4.5. I'm not going to give you 5. You're a good movie, but you're not excellent. And that's my rating scale. That's my opinion. Everybody has an opinion. You know what they say about that. Aladdin, you get 4 stars out of 5. So definitely a very good film.
I enjoyed the music. It's actually really upbeat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even if there's a little bit of rap in it, but it's not heavy rap like a lot of movies have. Sometimes.
Hey, you don't like rap?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it's not heavy rap.
Oh, okay.
Which is, it was light rap, which is really good. You can actually really get into it. Even the dancing was even on cue. I mean,
right.
I couldn't see anything. I couldn't miss no one missed a step in that.
Right.
Because that would have been nice to see if I could watch it, rehearsal time. Because they probably had to rehearse a lot of moves to get those dances perfectly down, especially dancing in those shoes.
Well, yeah, who would want to have to dance in those shoes?
Those were like, wow, you know.
Yeah, they definitely would have had their work cut out for themselves. And there was a lot of choreography in the movie. I agree with you on that. Everything that they did, choreography-wise, was spot on. Everybody was in sync, like the group as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's throwing it back to the 90s. Jeez, Eric.
Yeah, really, huh?
Yeah.
Trying to make us old?
No, we're only as young as we feel.
That's definitely true.
We want to tell everybody, go out and see Aladdin. We enjoyed it. It was a wonderful, wonderful piece. Let's go ahead and take a look at something we're going to talk a little bit about. Here is the preview of Stranger Things 3.
At least someone's happy I'm home. It's just a dream. You're dreaming.
Basement all day? Play games for the rest of our lives?
It is important to me that you feel safe. I want you to feel like this can still be your home.
Happy 4th of July!
How many children are you friends with?
Wow, that looks really good.
Yes, it does.
And that's a preview of Stranger Things 3, the new season, which is coming July 4th on Netflix. You know, I wasn't that much into Stranger Things, but now that they're getting older, that was pretty cool. I was digging that. For sure. So that's coming on Netflix here in July. One of the things I wanted to go ahead and make an announcement, and some of you saw this on my Facebook page, I have a very rare item which I'm going to make available to the public for the first time. You guys get to see it here. It's a original item from Caravan of Courage, and it's never been released, and I'm actually not selling the item. I'm going to make it available. It's going to be a free item to you guys if you guys purchase one of my CDs or of music. Then you get to hear my music. Or if you guys purchase an autograph on one of me as Mace, you could get this shirt as a promo item. But this is the shirt. It's an Ewok shirt. Ewoks. Damn right we're cute. So this shirt, starting next week, actually probably starting tomorrow, you could go to my website, ericwalkermusic.com or ericwalker.net, which is on the shirt, and you get to order this item. And it's going to be available in, I was saying black, but we did some tests with the black, and we're not going to do it in black. It's going to be baby blue and also a gray color. Kind of a little lighter. Rick is wearing a gray shirt. It's a little bit lighter than that. So, but you'll be able to see what it looks like and make a choice from either blue or gray. And then in the future we might release a version that's in white and also like a tan or a brown or sand color. That will be available, so be sure to go to my website tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to make it available, and you guys could order it. The shirt is not for sale. What is for sale is my music CD or my autograph on one of my pictures of me as Mace, so you'll be able to choose either one. Or you could also choose if you want to save me some money, because I'm going to be donating this money to charity anyway, if you want to save me some money, you could also choose a digital download of one of my albums too. Then I could deliver that to you. That would make the cost come down a little bit, but I'm going to make it affordable for all you guys out there. It's only going to be $20 plus shipping, so it's going to be a great offer for you guys. And the reason why this shirt is so rare is because it's never been released, and this was actually the cast and crew T-shirt from the movie. By the way, it's the cast and crew T-shirt from when we made Caravan of Courage. All right, coming back to talking about sci-fi television, Stranger Things 3, we mentioned, is going to be out July 4th. We also have Jessica Jones, which is coming out. We were talking about Game of Thrones, which just finished its big final season. It's not just the final season, it's the final goodbye, see you later type of thing. And a lot of people were kind of upset at what had happened in Game of Thrones, but I wasn't too I was upset myself as well, I'll be honest. In the end, I think that they kind of redeemed themselves, and it kind of ended the way we all wanted it to end.
I hear a rumor it's supposed to be a spinoff on Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did. Today's news, I heard it on there, but I don't remember the name of it, though. I don't think there was a name yet. I just heard there was a rumor it's going to be a spinoff.
Okay, well that's I heard the only thing I heard online was I heard that they were thinking about doing something with Arya Stark, which would have been great.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But I heard that the HBO executives immediately shot it down and said we're not going to do that, which I think is not good. If everybody out there is in favor of an Arya Stark spinoff, let's let HBO know.
Really? Because that's really not good.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. But then again, you on the internet, you can't tell, unless it's an official announcement from HBO or anybody. You really don't know what they're doing behind the scenes.
That's definitely true.
So, talking back television, we got the Jessica Jones season, which is coming out soon. Also, sci-fi wise, we got Picard coming later in the year, The Mandalorian as well. All some really, really exciting stuff that's coming all our way here. It's a preview of Jessica Jones Season 3.
I'll start at the beginning. My whole family was killed in a car accident. Someone did horrific experiments on me. I was abducted, raped, and forced to kill someone. And I'm in here bouncing a goddamn ball!
So how is anger management?
Still angry. Some people call me a hero. Others call me a freak.
You're one of them.
Moron. I didn't ask for this. I'm just trying to make a goddamn living in this goddamn city.
You a PI?
I'm resourceful. People I care about are in danger. I gotta make a decision. 1, keep denying it. Or 2, do something about it.
We belong way down below.
I don't know how you handle it. It's called whiskey.
Bitch.
Call me a bitch again.
Jessica Jones. You are a hard-drinking, short-fused mess of a woman.
Anything to add, Miss Jones?
Yeah, I always deal with threats head on, meaning I punch them in the head until they're unconscious.
We belong way down below.
So let's go ahead and get back to the show, and I apologize for that. But we were talking about Stranger Things 3 and Jessica Jones and all the great stuff that's coming out, the Picard series, just a lot of great stuff coming out in television. And of course, movie-wise, there's a lot of stuff coming out this summer. The summer season really just got started movie-wise. We got Godzilla coming up.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be awesome. I know Captain Rickster can't wait.
That, right?
Can't wait to see Godzilla. We got, what's that other one? Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix
coming out. X-Men, another X-Men movie. Yep. We also have Men in Black International. That's coming out as well. Just a lot of stuff. And you were telling me the other day, you just went and saw a movie, right? What was that?
It's called Token. It was actually a really good movie. It's about the guy's life. It's a little bit slow, but it's really interesting. How he actually wrote the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series.
Oh, yeah.
So it's how he got started into writing. His friends encouraged him. How he survived World War I.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yes. He was in World War I, survived it.
Right.
But it was really interesting to see what he actually had done and stuff to become what he was.
Right.
You know. But if you haven't seen it yet, it's actually a good movie. If you have seen it, leave some comment on it so we know what how you people thought about it and stuff.
Right. All right. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. So Captain Rickster is talking about going and seeing Tolkien, which he recommends.
Yeah, it's really a good movie, especially if you like about someone else's life, true stories about someone else's life. It's really, really good. It goes all the way up to just after World War I.
Right.
But it kind of doesn't carry on any farther in his life after that.
Right.
It just goes up to it, but it also tells you at the end what he had wrote and stuff like that back in the day.
Okay.
Actually, The Hobbit came out in 1937. Most people probably don't know that yet in book form.
Right.
Didn't come out until the movies until the 90s.
Okay.
So.
Okay, yeah. Well, so everybody go out and see Tolkien. It's Rick's recommendation. I haven't seen it yet, but it sounds fascinating. And I know, of course, Tolkien wrote the Lord of the Rings show and all the Hobbit and all that other. Just a tremendous writer. So I can imagine what his life would have been like, and especially if he went to war, like you mentioned. So.
Oh yes, I mean it was really interesting. I mean I really enjoyed it.
Okay, great. We were just talking about Tolkien and the movies that are coming out this summer. It's going to be a great season of movies, not just this summer, but even in the fall. I mean, we've got a lot to look for. We got The Rise of Skywalker coming out, which looks exciting. It's just a great time to be alive, isn't it, guys?
Oh, yes, well, definitely.
Movie-wise, isn't it just awesome? I really do. I think it's a great time to be alive. Of course, every day is a brand new day, like the name of my album and song, Plug.
Yeah.
Back on to what's coming out recently. I know a couple of people on Facebook talked about how they're excited about the Mandalorian. And The Mandalorian is going to be very exciting. It looks really great. I don't know if, well, I do know. What was exciting about The Mandalorian was during Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, Jon Favreau said that his biggest inspiration came from the Caravan of Courage movies. And that was exciting. So my hat's off to you, Jon Favreau. You're great at what you do. You're a marvelous filmmaker. You know what? I'm going to just throw this out there, and if somehow you see this, John, if you want to bring Mace back or bring me back as another character, I'm willing to come back and appear in something, and maybe another when you do the second season of The Mandalorian or something like that. I'm going to throw it out there. Or even if not John, if Dave Filoni wants, I do voiceover stuff too. If you Dave Filoni want to have me available, I would do that for the fans. I think that would be a great little thing. And if you want to use any of my music, let me know. If you want me to score, I'm doing a lot of composing for B movies right now. So if you want me to compose anything, I'm willing to do that as well. Yes, all of my music is available on iTunes, and thank you, Virginia, for pointing that out, that you got my music and you like it. You got it on iTunes. Back on to what we were talking about on the AllForSciFi. Earlier, we were talking about the Star Trek Picard series. We're excited to see that coming out because we don't just talk about Star Wars here. We love Star Trek and everything else as well. Anything sci-fi. Quick question from somebody here on Facebook. Just asked me, Virginia has a huge question about the Ewok Adventures. Will they be on the Disney Plus app? I don't have the answer to that, Virginia. I have heard that they might be available, but you just never know. You never know. I had heard that they were going to be at one point. I had heard that sometime this year they were going to actually release the movies on Blu-ray from another source. Then they never came out on Blu-ray. So until it actually has an official announcement, your guess is good as mine. I do know that they are available, though, online. You could stream them. They're available to rent or buy now on Amazon. So if you go to Amazon, you could actually rent or buy Caravan of Courage and Ewoks: A Battle for Endor. So they are available to rent and buy on Amazon. That just came up like a month ago. It's been a great show. It's been fun being out here with all our Facebookers out there, and we wanted to include you guys on the show. We do actually do a little bit of recording offline as well, because this actual episode it premieres every Sunday night, so you guys could go ahead and listen to it Sunday night. You'll hear it's a little bit different because we clean it up, we edit it, and sometimes we do and record some other stuff as well for it. This show was pretty good today, so there's not going to be as much editing. As we go along, we're going to get better and better at what we're doing. So we do thank all of you for joining us. We thank everybody for listening to our AllForSciFi podcast. Remember to like us on Facebook. Our Facebook is AllForSciFi. Go to facebook.com and type in AllForSciFi. We are also on Twitter and on YouTube as well. To get the latest news and latest information, don't forget to like us on all social media. Do you have anything else to say, Captain Rickster?
Nope. Thanks for everybody joining in on us today.
Okay, that's it. Everybody, have a great holiday weekend. Stay safe. It's Memorial Day. Don't drink or drive. Use Uber, use Lyft. There's no excuse these days. Also, who needs a $10,000 ticket? Be safe out there, and everybody, God bless. All the music on today's episode was composed and written by Eric Walker. To learn more about Eric's music, please visit ericwalkermusic.com.